Hello, welcome to the Tears of the Kingdom backpack Korok experiments, and this is the episode about the flame emitter. Now, I haven't actually done the fusing, but the fusing actually operates basically the same for any activated device. The flame emitter is an activated device, which means if I pick it up, let's not use Ultra Hand, and point it at the Korok, it won't do anything until I throw something at it. No, we won't throw things. But that didn't do anything. Where did it go? I just wasted a flame emitter. Oh well. So I'll just hit it with a stick. And of course, the flames appear. Now, the great thing about flames in the Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom is they create updrafts. That Korok's not quite lined up, so let's just line him up. Let's hit... Now, a note about battery. I recalled him instead of Ultra Hand. A note about battery. The flame emitter drains quite a lot of battery, which in the early game is a problem. And it's kind of what I'm analysing, what the possibilities are when it's early game and you only have one battery, what we can actually do, because we might be able to find some speedrun viable machines that might be able to build that do damage or things like that. But that's better. So we've got the flamethrower activated, and that's basically all it does. You can pick it up, or you can use Ultra Hand if you want. You probably should use Ultra Hand because I can't actually change its direction without it. So I'm going to use Ultra Hand, point it upwards, and now we are there. So of course we can roast the Korok above the flames, which is interesting to see. The Korok stops the flow of flames. That is interesting. But I'm going to stop it before I run out of battery. And just wait till the battery recharges to demonstrate the shield, what happens when you fuse it to a shield. But yeah, so I'll pull it when it's full because that will be useful. So it is now full. Right, so I'll pull it, and look how much quicker the battery drains when it's attached to my shield. So I just wanted to point that out. You can't shield surf when you have a Zonai device attached to you. There are exceptions to that. But basically I wanted to show that though it's good for some devices to attach to a shield, I think a flamethrower of the shield, though useful, drains too much battery for the early game. As well, it destroys your shield durability very quick, like that. So that's my flame shield gone. Spoiler there, excuse me. And so we'll now fuse it to a wooden stick. And so now I've got a flame emitter on a wooden stick. Now if I swing it, it shoots flame and drains the battery quite a lot with every swing. In the late game, the flame emitter is great, but in the early game, I actually think it's terrible. There are much easier ways to get flame, such as throwing a fire fruit. You can throw a fire fruit to get flame. You can throw a choo-choo jelly. I don't have any choo-choo jellies on this file, but you can also, of course, throw some wood. And where's the wood gone? Did it turn into a fire? I don't know what happened to my wood. Let's try that again. So the wood obviously is disappearing in the fire. That's interesting. So there's some wood, and we can throw a flint at it, which won't do anything. Ignore my menu. It's mostly from the plateau, from the Great Sky Island, but there's a little bit. So that doesn't actually set it off, but we'll Ultra Hand this flint to the wood, and then hit it with a stick. Yes. But yeah, there are many ways to create fire, and the main use for the, as far as movement is concerned, for the flame emitter is the balloon. Obviously, the flame emitter generates a lot of heat, and so it generates a lot of upward lift when you use it with the balloon. But more on that when I get to the balloon. But I also find in the early game that it's better to use wood and Hylian pine cones, because they generate quite a large updraft. However, do I have any pine cones to demonstrate? I do. I have one, so we'll use that pine cone to demonstrate the effects of a pine cone, which is useful if you've got no flame emitters or rockets to get height. You can use these things together. So that's the flame emitter. One more thing, I'll just drop the flame emitter, and you can't activate it when it's fused. There's nothing I can do to activate this. It is the same with shields, you see. There might be some tricks to keep a Zonai device going once with the shield, but I'm pretty sure with the way they work with the weapons that there's no way to activate a Zonai device when it's equipped to a weapon. There might be ways to keep your Zonai device shield going, but more on that later if we come to it. But yeah, so that's a little bit about the flamethrower. As I said, its best interaction is with the balloon, but of course some enemies are weak to fire, so that helps. So we're just going to burn the Korok a bit more just for the fun, and while we're doing it, let's see how long it takes for this to burn and how far that spreads. 1, 2, 3, and there we go. And so there you go, we'll just end with this Korok roasting in the flames. This is, oh no, it went away. This is of course Fanboy. We played with Hookman last time, I believe. Dr. Hook, Captain Hook, something about hooks. No, Hooky, who knows? So yeah, that's the Korok for today. That's the flame emitter. Now I've just been running through the devices as you can find on the plateau. As in this dispenser, you can get the wing, the fan, very good fan RNG. In other words, not the wing, my apologies. You can get the fan, the portable pot, and the flame emitter from this device dispenser, and from the one closer to the Gutenbach Shrine, which is the Ascend Shrine, there is the wing as well as the other 3 items I mentioned. So I've been running through those 4 devices, but next I'll go to everyone's favourite, which is the rocket. So we should end with a rocket because that's going to be customary unless I lose the Korok in the process. So I'll drop a rocket and attach it to the Korok and then just hit it and then see where it goes. Where is the Korok going? There it is. Let's chase it. Where's this Korok going? Oh, isn't it so fascinating? It's falling into a swamp. No, there it is. So we're just going to try and chase down this Korok, and if we can't find it, that's the end. And if I do find it, well, that'll be the end too. Did it roll down this hill? Come here, Korok. I lost my Korok. No, I think we've lost it. Oh, is that it? No, that's a stone. Oh, well, we've lost our Korok, but we got to see a nice little rocket launch. So next episode, I'm going to do the rocket, and there won't be much about rockets attached to other things except Koroks. And as well, I will start beginning to use the purple ability, because I'm going to change to my main file. This is a specific file I set up for Backpack Korok experimentation, where I want to be able to mark all of the Backpack Korok locations on a map. Here's one here where I mark them with a star if it is a Backpack Korok. There's one there, there's one there. I haven't found very many on this file. If anyone knows someone that has a Backpack Korok location guide, I would be very interested. It is fun to look for them yourself, but I really would like to be able to find all Backpack Koroks in one run. Not necessarily a speed run, because it might be more about collecting them all to take them to some sort of playground that I'm going to build. But again, more on that later. So next will be the rocket, so stay tuned. Thanks. Bye.